I'm Oskar.
And I'm Dan.
And today we are
back in America, baby.
Woo. Hello guys from Pittsburgh. I never thought I'd say that. Yeah.
Never thought you'd say that as if it's like we're in Yemen's capital.
15 Yemen Road, Yemen.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just not one of those cities I thought we'd visit anytime soon. Here we are, and we'll tell you why we're here in a bit.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Oskar and Dan. We're two Swedish guys who decided to leave our lives at home and see the world. And after traveling to over 100 countries, we're now on the lookout for a place to call home. We were on our way to a travel conference in Toronto, Canada, a place we thought could fit our criteria for a home, and on our way we had a pit stop in Pittsburgh, a city we'd never been to before, and since it was our first time in the US in a while, we wanted to do all the American things we could do for 24 hours.
Okay, great start. Dan left his computer on the flight. So hopefully he manages to get it back.
You know, when you get those, if you have an iPhone, you just find my Dan's luggage left behind, Dan's MacBook Pro left behind. I always kind of ignore it, but I was like, wait a minute, MacBook left behind? That can't be, it's in my bag. And then I was like, it's not in my bag. It's in the seat back pocket. So they went and got it for me, thank God. Apparently when this airport opened in the early 90s, it was a very, very big deal. It was like an architectural marvel. But that just shows, even in our life, how fast things can look old, just like us.
So we started the day in Miami and we flew via Washington, D.C. to get here. But one thing I have to say, we've been in the US for less than 24 hours and I already feel like I have the craziest sugar dip ever. Like the food we got on the flight, we got oatmeal for breakfast and there was like a side of brown sugar, which we didn't add to it. I was like, okay, no, I don't need it. But then once we tried it, it was like already so insanely sweet, just the way it already was. Okay, we made it to the hotel and we are ready to head out. We're both starving. And I just have to show you, we're staying at the Even Hotel. It's an IHG property. And
do you even know what this is? Even. Are we even in Pittsburgh if we're not staying at Even Hotel?
Yeah, okay. Insert applause. What I was gonna show you was this. They have like workout equipment in the room.
No way.
Okay.
I'm tired and hungry.
Yeah, okay, let's get some food and then we can get our workout inside our room. Woo! So, just to explain why we're here, basically, we are doing a very, very complicated itinerary in order to eventually get to Toronto in Canada.
So as one does, we booked a ticket from Nairobi to Pittsburgh because there was a very good deal. But we're going from here to Canada. So we took the chance to spend a day here, feel the vibes, and so far the vibes are not vibing. In fact, I feel uncomfortable holding your phone up in public because I feel like it might get stolen. Oh my god, I'm full and I haven't finished my food. I cannot remember the last time this happened. We haven't been in the US in a long time. Oskar and I usually get 3 dishes to share and we got 1 each and I'm like...
As far as I've read online, there are 2 nicknames for Pittsburgh. The first one is City of Steel because the steel industry used to be really big here. The second one is the City of Bridges because apparently there are even more bridges in Pittsburgh than there are in Venice, which is pretty insane actually. This is also a fun moment because this is the first time in many, many years that I'm back in my sort of original US home state. I did an exchange here in the US back in 2013, 2014, and I lived in the suburbs of Philadelphia. So now we're on the sort of opposite side of Pennsylvania. So it's cool to be back. This is our first time being here together in this state.
A lot of US cities have been killed by suburbs, and especially with Amazon and everything, people have no reason to come into a city anymore, and it's really, really noticeable in a place like Pittsburgh. Oskar and I have been to other places like this, but it's just really sad because you're left with like a lot of bankrupt businesses, a lot of homelessness, a lot of alcohol and drug use on the streets, which sucks for everyone.
Before we explore more of Pittsburgh specifically, we're gonna have some fun at some of our favorite places anywhere in the US.
All right, we made it. That was quite a scenic drive. I think we get to see some different parts of Pittsburgh, which is good. And now we're at the most important site in all of Pittsburgh.
I just have to say, before we start shopping at Heaven, which is Whole Foods, that it's crazy in the US. Like, we got in this, like, from the outside, very dodgy looking Uber.
That smelled like weed inside.
Yeah, the guy was super friendly. And this is the thing, you can meet an American and you spend like 20 minutes with them and you learn their entire life story, everywhere they've traveled, all the places they've seen, where they live, what they do, like what their cousin's name is, like literally everything. Which honestly, I love that so much. It's such a like open culture in that way. You can just chat about literally anything with literally anyone.
My buddy like lost the key to our lockbox in our hostel.
Now let's get to the two most important places that we'll see today and possibly this week. Whole Foods and then Trader Joe's. We received so many questions from you guys about our biggest travel essentials, things that we always pack in our bags no matter what. And one of those things is, of course, a travel adapter. But we cannot even begin to tell you how many of those we've gone through because they've just broken along the way. That's why we did a ton of research to find the perfect one, and we finally landed on the Tesson travel adapter. And the universe works in strange ways sometimes, because then who reaches out a few months later and asks to sponsor a video if not Tesson, the company we decided to buy from after hours of research. This adapter fits all our criteria, which are speed, functionality, and crucially, safety. It has 2 USB-C ports, 2 USB-A ports, and transforms 4 different sockets into one universal AC outlet, allowing you to charge up to 6 devices at lightning speed safely with double fuses. The adapter is small and light, it works in over 200 countries and territories, and best of all, it's affordable. Save yourself from hours of research and get the travel adapter that we chose for ourselves by either clicking the link at the top of the description or scanning the QR code right here.
Oh my god, okay, this is too bad. This is like too overwhelming for us. Look at this, like all these amazing products that sweetened condensed oat milk, sweetened condensed coconut milk, evaporated oat milk. Guess who's making Thai tea? Oh my god, okay, we need to buy a lot of this stuff.
This is amazing. Whole Foods is the most dangerous place on earth because you go inside and you're like, oh my god, I need everything. But the price tag is like,
Yeah, but the thing is, like, on the surface, it's like, yeah, okay, but once you start reading what everything is, you're like, oh, look at this, look at this. Like, there's so many cool...
it's like a whole new world of products.
Yeah.
Capitalism.
Look at this. Like, how delicious do these sound?
Jesus, chai spice, toasted coconut.
Look at this.
Okay, maybe not. I feel like maybe we should have gone to Trader Joe's first.
Yeah.
Because that is definitely the
We
more
have to
affordable
contain
place.
ourselves.
Yeah. Okay, tell me you're in the US without telling me you're in the US. The thing that makes me so insanely happy about this is that when we used to live in the US for college for 1 year in San Francisco, we would never be able to go to Whole Foods because it was just too expensive. Because sometimes we just go in there and like look around and like dream about buying all these products.
Obviously, we can't buy everything we want to buy because we want to try like all those nut butters, but spending
Yeah.
$40 on nut butter.
Oh wait, okay, Dan, come over here. Come over here.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's my favorite flavor, but it's 12.
I guess you'll just have to eat all of them.
Oh my god, this is so nostalgic.
Okay, just so you guys know, I'm not gonna buy this now, but this is the best ice cream in existence. Mango and pistachio.
What? God.
Okay.
New York Whole Foods is trash.
Pittsburgh is where it's at, apparently.
Yeah. Jeez. Oh my God.
Alright, so we decided to have lunch inside Whole Foods. Because why not? It's very easy and convenient.
Yeah. Okay, this is so exciting. The vegan crab roll, which, I mean, let's be honest, like, normal crab rolls are also, there's no crab, it's just fish. Okay, time for New York Whole Food to up its game.
Alright, so we are really pressed on time, but we're gonna do the #1 tourist activity in Pittsburgh, the Duquesne Incline, which is in like all the photos of the city. So the geographic location of Pittsburgh is actually really cool. So there's 2 rivers that sort of converge here. They say 3 rivers, but really it's like 2 rivers turning into one. And so it's situated in a bit of a valley. There's tons of hills all around. And right here where the Duquesne Incline is, there's like a super steep wall that goes straight up.
By the way, clearly you can tell we're not at Trader Joe's right now, which is where we were so excited to go. But we're trying this new thing of trying to not miss our flights, not be there last minute. So we're, you know, sometimes you have to skip things so you can make your flight.
Yeah, I'm really sad. I promise we love Trader Joe's as well. Not just Whole Foods. We love you, Trader Joe's, but we just didn't have time.
Okay, that was quite the experience. In the US, whenever I feel like something is a little scary or sketch, I always remember this is a company, they can be sued. Everything's gonna be okay because they can't mess up, right? But it was it was creaking so much. Seeing the little rope that was holding the whole thing up, it was like, oh.
Also seeing the light in the ceiling that was literally going like this. I was like...
This part of town is very cute. It's almost giving a little bit of San Francisco.
It is, yeah. I feel like you really get the vibe that Pittsburgh is an old steel, like industrial city. It actually reminds us of Gothenburg, where we grew up, because they're both sort of old industrial cities by rivers. The nature is quite similar around. It has that like sort of, I don't know what the right word is, like not grungy feel, but like rough, a little like steely, miney, industrial. I don't know what the right word is, but...
And when we say Gothenburg, we mean Gothenburg, Sweden, not Gothenburg, Nebraska. Every time we're in the US, even if just for a day, we also take the chance to order so much stuff from Amazon, which we have done now because there's so many things you can't get in other countries. So we're just heading to Rite Aid, where it should have arrived. We always order it to a locker, which is a pro tip, because then you don't need to send it to your hotel, which is expensive. So let's see if the stuff is here.
Oh, here we are. Okay. Hi, Arco. Nice to meet you.
Let's see if Arco will give us our stuff. Amazon.
Amazon. Where's the Brits say? Amazon.
Amazon. Okay, Amazon.
Woo! Score. It really is a little sad, I think, that as soon as you get out from downtown in most like mid-sized US cities, that's where it feels sort of calm and safe and like neighborhoody, is that a word? And just nice in general. So I guess that's kind of the lesson from this trip, that maybe you don't have to stay in downtown. Like it's kind of, I think, especially as a European tourist, you're like, of course, like downtown, that's where we're gonna stay, because you always want to stay in the city center in Europe, like Old Town or whatever, but you might be better off staying in a different neighborhood. So I think always do your research about that before you go. I think it's a pretty good tip. Also, for anyone else who has trouble sleeping without earplugs, these are by far the best ones.
Or I know many people are like me, your ears cannot handle like earplugs for more than one night in a row because you start getting like, my ears start hurting, which is really bad. So nothing works for me. Like I can do it for a night, but just gotta sleep somewhere quiet, man. All right, that's it.
That's it for our short stop or a short pit stop in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I think, well, I don't know. What do we make of that city?
So we've spoken to a lot of Uber drivers and everyone seems like kind of proud. So
I always see it as like, you see a new place, you know what a new place in the world is like.
yeah.
When you meet someone from there, like you have a reference to it. Your perspective is widened, right?
Yeah. Since I've grown up spending so much time in New York, I think like New York is my reference for everything. So to me, like almost all other places in the US like can't live up to that.
When we talk
which is
about the
problem.
US, he's like, oh, but in New York it's like this. I'm like, yeah, but
I know, but
that's
I
New
know
York.
that's not the US.
The more interesting thing is that this is just a preview of what's coming this summer, because we're going to spend quite a lot of time in the US this summer, actually.
Not just because we're traveling around, hint, hint.
No,
The only purpose is in travel.
we're on a different mission this time.
On that note, we will see you all in the next video. And until then, see you around the world.